Today's patio chat is being brought to you locally by Westridge Furniture in Delphus. See it all at your finer outdoor furniture store.
Well, I think we all procrastinate in some way, shape, or form. Well, the clock is ticking. There are things you need to get done. And joining us today, Gretchen Staley, Master Gardener, to tell us more. And thanks for coming today.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So there's some things that we need to get done sooner rather than later, huh?
There are. These days that feel like summer kind of convince us we've got all the time in the world. Mm-hmm. And I'm as guilty as anybody because this poor Rudbeckia has been sitting on my deck waiting to be planted for 2 weeks already because I keep thinking I'll get to it. But what we need to remember is our average first frost is only about 4 weeks away now.
Oh, well, that's a bummer.
Oh, it's coming. And so there's still some time for some things, but there are a few chores that really do need to get done sooner rather than later. So like this perennial Rudbeckia, really any of those things that we, perennials or any plants we're dividing or adding new, this is really the time to give them that 4 to 6 weeks to get established well in the landscape before it starts to freeze because they need a little bit of time. Otherwise they, just get shocked and you lose them, if you don't get them in too soon. Trick with any of that new planting is remembering to keep them watered once the nights get cool, because we all start, it gets dark when we're home and it's cool and you think they're fine. And so any of this fall planting, remember to water. Okay. Pruning. One of the things that is the kind of hard and fast rule of thumb is that anytime you prune a plant, it actually stimulates new growth. Okay. So we generally don't recommend doing any pruning of our shrubs, and particularly like these flowering shrubs, like these roses. Now we prefer to wait until they're dormant and do it in early spring.
Okay, so even though you're tempted to start cutting some of that stuff off, just leave it?
Right. Well, and this is where, this is that kind of last window that I'm at, because I have a few of these shrub roses that want to hang out over my sidewalk and get in the way of Halloween costumes and shoveling and things like that. So right now, like this droopy guy here, I might want to prune that off soon, when I get this home, so that that's done and so that new growth isn't so tender, because the freezing can freeze back that new growth. Oh, okay. And so it's best to wait if you can, but if there's something you have to tackle, get it done. Okay. And then any of our house plants that we've let vacation outside during the summer, like I love this begonia, and I'm going to bring it in and turn it back into a house plant. But you can't teach old foliage new tricks. So what I want to do now is to start bringing any of these, like on my patio, back into more shade a little bit more every few days. Okay. All right. To where in a couple weeks I have this right up against the darkest part of my house outdoors before I bring it indoors, so they start adjusting to less light. Okay, because if you take it straight from sunshine back into the house, you're like, wait, what happened? And you go, why did all the leaves fall off? Weird. And it's because they get conditioned to the amount of light. And so if you can start backing them away, that'll give them more time. All right. And then if we have time left, real quick, this is the time to, if you've got some of those areas of your lawn that you want to overseed. Oh, right, yes, okay. Mow your lawn, rake it well, kind of scruff up the dirt. The goal is to get that overseeding seedlings up to mowing height by your last mowing. Okay. So if you can get that kind of overseeding done this weekend, be a great time to get that started now. Yeah, because look at the grass now. I mean, it's still so green and everything. It's hard just to believe wow, it is. That we're right around the corner from all of this. And we're wrapping up. All right, yeah. So just overseed your grass now. All right, get these chores done. Thanks, Gretchen, for coming today. You're welcome. All right, don't go away. Need Edition continues in a moment.